Alright, Shalom. First off, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Ba'ashem, Ruchakudash. Double honor to our apostles and elders up in Great Millstone. And a sincere peace and salutations to all the Akim that's pushing his word and truth in this sincerity. It's the brother Ganaf from the DC camp. Come back at you with another video. And this is going to be Lord's Will, episode 23 of The Milk. And Lord's will we're going to get into is the law done away with. You know, it's just something that brother's been talking about briefly over the past week. In Salaki, I am a little under the weather, so I'm going to be a little brief. And you know, honestly, that's really what the milk videos was all about. You know, I know Jake got a short attention span, including myself. So, you know, the milk is really aimed at, you know, the younger brothers just coming in, you know, getting basic breakdowns, you know, and helping build their foundations. But also, it's for all brothers, man. You know, the brother Shabala always say, man, it's for all brothers because, you know, you can never forget where you came from, man. The apostles also say it too, man. You know, you always want to go back and you know, play with the milk. But with that being said, I'm going to jump right into it. You know, is the law done away with? And, you know, that's a simple topic, man. You know, Christians like to twist it up. You know, there's a couple quick points that I'm going to get to. And I'm going to just keep it brief, man. Because, you know, I will say this. though what I'm going to break down is milk, this is a little heavier. And if you watch the DC camp, the Shark and Sop went into it. I'm not sure if it was last week or the week before last. I think it was the week before last, because today is the 6th of December. So I think it was 2 weeks, 2 Saturdays ago, and he went into sin. He went into sin, you know, and purging your conscience, and he brought a stronger and deeper understanding of the law, and is it done away with? And ultimately, the answer is no. You know, that's the quickest answer, but to a certain extent. And I'm gonna get into that. Let me see real quick. One second, Salagia. Alright, yeah, so I'm going to jump right into it. This is St. Matthew's 5:17. It says, "Think not that I've come to destroy the law or the prophets. I've come not to destroy the law, but to fulfill." Right, you know, Yahweh Shah didn't come to destroy the law, man. You know, so for these Christians walking around saying, Shalakia, that the law is done away with and things of that nature, they lack understanding. The scriptures say, "With all thy getting, get understanding." And if they clearly don't have understanding, the word, the word there is to fulfill it, you know, and it clearly said he come not to destroy it. Why did he come to fulfill it? Is because it by no other flesh before Yahweh Shah came as Yahweh Shah, no one could uphold the law, you know. And it got to a point that the Most High Yahweh was pretty much done with the nation of Israel sacrifices, blood sacrifices, man, because, you know, Jake started taking advantage of it, you know. It's like these Christians today, they'll be wicked as hell on the Saturday night, you know, be adulterous and all type of wicked stuff, and then, you know, they got a good job, you know, Monday through Friday, and think that their sins paid away because, you know, they gave a lot in the offering and tithes bucket. So they think they paid their sins off, man. Taking advantage, which is wicked, man. And this is Galatians 2 and 16. It says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of... Now, this is for... Because you will have other Israelites groups going into the law, and acting as though you have to keep the law in order to be a Hebrew Israelite. Which is why I say, this is a milk video, because the law is not done away with, but at the same time, it's noted and is well known by Yahweh Shah that we cannot uphold the law in our full entirety. Right now, I have different fabrics on. That's breaking the law. But do that mean like I'm going off that there's no way I'm going to obtain salvation? You're lying if you're a Hebrew Israelite saying that you keep the law in its full entirety, which is why Yahweh Shah came to fulfill it, so that we're not held to just the standard of the law. But do that mean we make void the law? And I'm going to get into that. This is Galatians 2 and 16. It says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahweh Shah HaMashiach. Even we have believed in Yahweh Shah HaMashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. Right, you won't be justified by the works of the law, man. Like you walking around saying, "Oh, I uphold the law," man. You bringing yourself up. You thinking you all this and that, man, in a bag of chips. But you really ain't squat, man. You really ain't squat. Let me see if I can find this scripture real quick. Yeah, this is 1 Corinthians 13 and 2. It says, and though I have the gift of prophecy and understand mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. Right? Pretty much, charity goes into a lot of things, but, when you just big-headed and thinking that you're doing something, and missing the main point, man, you're nothing, man. You're nothing. And that was just a quick point right there. It says, I'm going to read verse 16 in Galatians 2 again. It says, knowing that a man is not justified by the works of the law, but by the faith of Yahweh Shah Mashiach, man. That's how you're justified, man. That's how you have a chance to obtain salvation, is by the faith in Yahweh Shah, man. Let me see if I can find that scripture. Let me see. Is it, no. Where is that thing? So let me keep reading Galatians, because I got a nice point on this. It says, even we have believed in Yahweh Shah Hamashiach, that we might be justified by the faith of Hamashiach, and not by the works of the law. For by the works of the law shall no flesh be justified. Right? You're not going to be justified by the law, man. Because if we was held by the law, then we would all be dead. There's no way we would survive. But there's a flip side. Verse 17, it says, but if while we seek to be justified by Hamashiach, we ourselves also are found sinners, is therefore Hamashiach the minister of sins? The Most High forbid. Right? So let's go into certain things of the law. We're not to eat pork. We're not to commit adultery. We're not to put idolize other gods over our, even worship any other gods, man. So do that mean since Yahweh Shai came, all of that is done away with? So Yahweh Shai just passed you off to be able to do anything you want. Because when you say the law is done away with, that's what you're saying. You see, that cuts the Christians. Salakia. Jake messed up. But then on the flip side, when you're talking about the law, look, man, you're justified by the faith of Yahweh Shai, man. The faith that you the faith that you have in Yahweh Shai, man. Hebrews 11:6, it says, that without faith it's impossible to please him, So the way you obtain salvation is by faith, man. So if, just to cut the Christian church one more time, this is Yahweh Shai. I'm gonna just read from the top. This is St. John 8:1. The woman that was caught in adultery. It says, Yahweh Shai went into the Mount of Olives, and early in the morning he came again into the temple, and all the people came unto him and sat him down and taught. Came unto him, and he sat down and taught them. And the scribes and Pharisees brought unto him a woman taken in adultery, and when they had set her in the midst, they say unto him, Master, this woman was taken in adultery in the very act. Now Moses and the law commanded us that such should be stoned. But what sayest thou? This they say, tempting him, that they might have to accuse him. But Yahweh Shai stooped down and with his finger wrote on the ground, as though he heard them not. So when they continued asking him, he lifted up himself and said unto them, He that is without sin among you, let him cast the first stone at her. So you see, Yahweh Shai showing mercy. It says, verse 8, and again he stooped down and wrote on the ground. And they which heard it, being convicted by their own conscience, went out one by one, beginning at the eldest, even unto the last. And Yahweh Shai was left alone, and the woman standing in the midst. When Yahweh Shai lifted up himself and saw none but the woman, he said unto her, Woman, why are those thine accusers? Have no man condemned thee? She said, No man, Lord. And Yahweh Shai said unto her, Neither do I condemn thee. Go and sin no more. Right. Now, Yahweh Shai had mercy on her and allowed her to be saved when, according to the law, she's supposed to be stoned because she committed adultery. Now, you would say that the law is done away with because he just overruled the law, which he is very much so in the power seat to do so. But what did he say to her? Go and sin no more. This is 1 John 3:4. It says, Whosoever committeth sin transgresseth the law, for sin is the transgression of the law. We're showing you that the law is not done away with. So it's a little tricky, man. I hope brothers was edified. I know I'm a little sick, and I was, stuttering and stopping and pausing, and it'd be a little tough to watch this one. But Lord's willing, brothers was edified, and understand, man, the law's not done away with, but you're not held to the standard of just the law. You know, if that make any sense, man. And if it will make sense if you're a man of the Lord, you know. But with that, like, give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Hakadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of the Great Millstone, and the sincere peace and salutation to all the occupants pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Hey, shalom.